Welcome to the University of Michigan Campus Farm.
My name is Keisha B. Johnson, and I am the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Manager. Welcome.
And I am Jeremy Mogtater, and I'm the Program Manager here at the Campus Farm, and I have the pleasure of working with all the amazing student leaders like Keisha and the rest of the management team to help manifest the mission and vision of the farm. We're going to tell you a little bit more about that and show you around our space.
Yeah, a little bit about the farm is that we grow, we're student-led, we grow food for students, by students, and we're a living learning laboratory.
So the way that some of that manifests is that there's a bunch of different student management positions. Like Keisha said, she's our Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Manager, but we have a Food Safety and Orders Manager. Almost all the food we grow goes to campus, to M Dining, and so we coordinate orders with them every week. We have our food safety certification that we maintain for them as well. We have a finance manager, we have a student engagement manager, and a bunch of other roles, including collaborations with our partners, UMSFP, who are your hosts for the Farm Fest.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. So we're going to walk around a little bit and look at a few different things. I'm going to show you something right out of the gate, which I think will be fun. We grow a lot of the crops for dining. We grow a lot of salad mix and head lettuce. This looks like head lettuce, but it's this really cool head lettuce that we can send to M Dining like this, and then it turns into salad mix because we wash this, but then we send it. They, in their kitchens, are able to cut it up. They probably do it way more skillfully than that. But when you cut it, it turns into this delicious, beautiful baby lettuce leaves. And if you can imagine, when we mix this variety, with the ones by Keisha and behind Keisha, that you can get a really beautiful salad mix that also gets mixed in with some of that more romaine type lettuce that we grow there, those two green and red and more purple varieties behind there. So we're growing a lot of food for M Dining that can be used in student meals, like chard. And we have some chard in a field over there, and we'll show you into our passive solar hoop houses in a little bit, and we have tomatoes in there and kale.
We also did watermelon this year.
We did a lot of watermelon this year. With COVID, we worked with Dining to figure out what are some kind of things, because they wouldn't have salad bars open, that they could easily package in the to-go style containers that they were using in COVID, and they thought that watermelon would be good, and we had a lot of fun growing it. I think our biggest watermelon was 40 pounds, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
An example of the pedagogy that we have here, you can see behind us, is this straw bale structure. So because the farm is a student-driven and student-led space, it's a really cool example of how that space can be used by folks who are interested in sustainability beyond just the immediate production of food. And that was a capstone project for a cross-listed course in Programming the Environment and Art and Design, led by Professor Joe Trumpy. And they came out and built the first that we know of on Central Campus off-grid. You can see the solar panels up there. And student-built structure. So it's made from trees from campus that have been repurposed that were sick or wind fell, and those were milled along with straw, and the outside has a plaster facing on it, which is straw, sand, and clay. So students came out in about 2 months, a little bit more than that, built that structure from the ground up, which is a really amazing project that I think we are happy to have here as a space we can utilize, and they got a lot out of their high impact living learning lab experience.
And come on, we'll show you a little bit of it, and we'll show you some about the passive hoop houses as well. Come on. Hey everybody, welcome to the Straw Bale House. This is our sustainable structure where we say that the students have helped out with Professor Joe Trumpy. It's sustainable because it has electrical grid right there where all the power comes through. It's totally an off-grid system. People love it. They come here. We do a lot of special events here, whether when we're entertaining or we're gathering during Harvest Festival. It's also used for different special events as well, like for classroom usage as well. So come on in. Let's take a look at it.
You can see the live edge lumber on the top if you come and peek underneath here. Those were trees from campus that were fell and then milled up to support that roof decking. And if you peek inside,
Yep, you can peek inside and you can kind of
turn on the solar powered lights, boom.
Woo! All the open space.
So these timbers were from campus trees as well. And then this is this beautiful plaster finish that they put on the inside. And they used a plaster and earthen floor as well. So this building has very little concrete in it, which means it is has a very low carbon footprint. We haven't calculated the exact numbers, but it's hopefully pretty close to carbon neutral with all the embedded energy that's in the wood and the straw. Here's the truth window that straw bale builders like to use to show you that it's not just an illusion behind this plaster. You can see the straw bales there and the post and beams. This is infill in there, and then we've got different layers of finish on the outside and this nice overhanging porch keeping water off of this, and a beautiful little artistic touch of the students painting with earth. Cool, this is one of our passive solar hoop houses. You can see it is late September, early October, and we've got this beautiful lush bed of kale in here. The passive solar hoop house works to basically create the greenhouse effect. It's heated only by the sun. Solar radiation comes in through the plastic, and it has one of two fates. It's either trapped in here because it reflects off of these plants and then bounces back up here and bounces back and forth, the same effect, the reason the greenhouse effect is called the greenhouse effect, and it gets warmer in here. The other thing that happens is that heat is absorbed by the thermal mass of the ground. And then at night, when the sun's not out, that soil re-radiates that heat and keeps the ambient temperature in here warmer. Now, in the dead of winter, it doesn't keep it above freezing, but we can grow greens like kale and spinach, collard greens and other things like that can tolerate freezing and thawing. Because it keeps them enough warmer than outside that it means that they don't die. They actually get really sweet and really delicious. So we can produce local food for M Dining all through the winter using this passive solar hoop house technology.
Hey everybody, one of the great things about having a passive hoop house is because it allows us to grow seasonal vegetables either early or late in the season. And one great thing is these wonderful, amazing tomatoes that are gorgeous and absolutely delicious to taste. A lot of the things that we grow here, not only just for M Dining, but we also donate a lot to the Maize and Blue Cupboard as well.
Yeah, so this these vertically trellised tomatoes let us make the most of this space and helps us with disease and pest management. It's a little bit more of a controlled environment, and you can see that it's very productive. And part of that production, as Kisa said, we're making donations every week to the Maize and Blue Cupboard. We have a farm stand that we just started piloting on campus, which is across in front of UMA, across from the Union. Any of the proceeds from that go back to both the farm and to UMSFP to help support student organizations doing food projects around food sustainability and justice. In addition to our donations to Maize and Blue Cupboard, we also do donations and sometimes reduced rate sales to food gatherers, the Washtenaw County Food Bank, and are doing a lot of collaboration around that front to try to increase the access on campus and in our community to healthy, freshly grown produce. In this time of COVID, we were able to work collaboratively to increase the amounts that we were able to donate, as we knew that those in our community were facing increased food security needs. So the campus farm has about a 9-acre footprint, and you can see that the farm comes out behind us, and there's a field back tucked over the hill that you can't see, and then that beautiful meadow of goldenrod and native plants back there. We have about 3 acres in vegetable production, which means, spaces like this that we till up and are actively growing plants like this cabbage, that curly kale, some chard, and some dino kale beyond that. In addition to that, we have 4 30 by 96 passive solar hoop houses, so about 12,000 square feet of passive solar, or 16,000 square feet of passive solar hoop house space. And additionally, we have a 1-acre research plot that we collaborate on with the Jen Blush Agroecology Lab, looking at perennial wheat, or sometimes called kernza, and having that intercropped with legume.
And also, one of the initiatives that we started last year surrounded by DE&I is that we're partnering with the Rackham Graduate Certificate Program, where there's a group of graduate students, whether in their master's or and PhD studying DE&I, and we invite them out to the farm where we talk a lot about food justice and food access. with those future career-oriented D&I professionals. It's extremely important during this day and time to understand how the intersections between food, justice, design, and any other domain that you're studying.
One of the other ways that we are engaged with the academic community, in addition to our work, the certificate program, is hosting classes and tours out here for classes. So in the 2019, we had about 19 classes that came out to utilize the farm, or that we went to campus to give them presentations about both the farm and the intersectionality between food access, food justice, and some of the other components that Kisa was talking about. This year, we're also super excited that we were able to partner with a program in the environment to offer a course here, actually based fully at the farm, the Campus Farm Organic Farming Practicum. So it's a lot of cool activity that we're doing, both on the co-curricular components and the curricular components and the sustainability front, really trying to serve as a space where students and faculty and staff from a wide range of disciplines can come in and get these kind of high impact, hands-on teaching and learning experiences.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming to our virtual tour. If you're interested in volunteering, please look at the link below or contact us at Campus Farm.
Campus Farm at umich.edu. Thanks, everybody.